in 2 weeks. I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing amazing. And so today we are diving into some real regrets from Trump supporters who are feeling the consequences of their vote, right? From losing their jobs and to some deeper realizations. All right, we got a mix of reactions for you. You don't have to miss this one. So let's check and see what they have to say. Let's jump to the video.
Okay, why'd you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, to be honest, I wanted no tax on overtime, but I'm starting to regret my decision because I think it's a lie now.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that's going to happen?
I don't.
Yeah, that's my opinion about that. So, I don't know. I really don't know much about politics, but yeah, I just like to say I enjoy your show and I learn a lot from you.
I appreciate you. One thing I would say is make sure someone has a reputable character. Donald Trump has the least reputable character. I was pretty certain he was lying about that from the very beginning. It sounded like he was just giving off he was literally doing the Republican meme. You know, Republicans are always Democrats want to give out free money. That's literally what Donald Trump was doing. They're literally just lying. He was lying about giving out free money.
Yeah, you're right.
Guys, February 10th. It's a day I'll never forget. It's the day I regret voting for Donald Trump. Getting rid of all these jobs. I just lost my job after 10 years. 10 years on the research and development team for the NDDKDA. Now we'll never know. We'll never know if an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And it just kills me.
Dang, that's rough, for real, that's rough. Losing a job can be tough for anyone, I get it, I totally get it. But to realize your vote might have played a role, that's gotta sting, for real. It's hard to ignore the connection between Trump's policies and these personal stories, right? Yeah, let's see what's next.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
Watch the rest of the video because it's heartbreaking. I myself regret voting for the man that put me out of a job as well. Similar to the creator, I know her on a personal basis. We worked together in the Department of Bear Stain. To see if bears really shit in the woods, and if a tree falls in the woods, can anyone hear it? We were leading the charge on that one. We're making great breakthrough in this new administration with Elon Musk. I'm just out of a job now. I don't know how I'm gonna pay the bills. I don't know I'm gonna pay rent. I regret my decision. So, to all of my fellow coworkers, well, ex-coworkers now, for bear stains. We did the good fight. We did the good job. Hopefully someone else will pick up the charge to see if bears do in fact shit in the woods, and if trees fall, can you hear them? We were almost at that breakthrough. So I'm gonna leave it to the American people to do what's right. So yeah, I regret voting for the man.
I want to preface what you're about to see by noting I am not looking for sympathy or validation here. I was just expressing some remorse and some grief and some sorrow, because I think it can help a lot of people to kind of process through that. A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that. There are moments where I'm just overcome with grief and regret. Not anger, not rage, but just grief and regret over having voted for Trump in 2016. And I get that I've come a long way. I get all that. That doesn't take away those moments. It does not take away the regret, the guilt. I mean, I could work through it, and I do that regularly for a lot of different issues, not just who I voted for in 2016, but I just wanted to document this because this is one of those moments. I just saw the Kamala Harris ad talking about how she is the president for all the people and how Trump has a history of wanting to withhold aid from people who didn't vote for him. And I was responsible. I was partly responsible for putting him in office. I was part of that crowd. And that's something I'm going to have to live with. And I will. But there are moments like right now where that can be overwhelming.
I mean, you can feel the frustration in both of these clips, right? Losing a job and realizing who you voted for isn't the guy you thought was, right? That's the hard realizations, right? The second person, though, really nails it when they talk about the bigger picture, right? Yeah, let's move on.
I'm gonna say it, and it needs to be said. I'm a die-hard Republican and a Trump supporter, and I voted for him. With that said, the hypocrisy the Republican Party is showing is appalling at best. I would have never voted for what has happened in the past 5 weeks. I didn't vote for Elon Musk. I didn't vote for the president of Ukraine to get ousted, and I didn't vote for half of America to get laid off. Yeah, I understand bringing jobs back to America, but now the job market is completely flooded because of how this was implemented. Yeah, I understand tariffs, but now they're just being passed down to the recently unemployed. Because yes, I am one of those innocent bystanders that got laid off due to foreign aid, and my heart is now broken. I feel completely betrayed by this administration. Trump needs to do better. Him and his whole crew. This is insulting and completely embarrassing. The entire country is embarrassing right now.
So is this serious, or she's just throwing gas? Drop your thoughts in the comment section if this is really serious or not, because I'm really curious to know if this is just real or just for laughs, right? Okay, let's continue.
Hey guys, I'm back with my multi-part video series on why I am starting to regret my vote for Trump. So this video is going to touch on racism and the mass deportations that are taking place. I just want to start the video by saying I'm not looking to justify my choices or make excuses, simply explaining my thought process and my decision-making process going into the election in hopes that I can reach other MAGAs who are ready to leave the cult. So, let's start with his comments about the cats and dogs. When I first heard that comment, I did think that it was one of the dumbest things that I had ever heard. I never thought that it was true, but instead of doing anything about it, I just kind of brushed it off as a joke, which you definitely shouldn't do. I minimized his behavior by turning it into a joke. And now I kind of want to touch on the mass deportation that's happening right now. So we are told that it's just illegal criminals that are being deported. Like, when I voted for deportations and stronger border control, I did not think that it would happen the way that it is. I truly think that it is illegal. It goes against our Constitution. And that's just how I feel. It's really sad and disheartening that people are okay with everyday people who pay taxes, property taxes, sales taxes, are getting deported for absolutely no reason at all. MAGA, this is so hard to see. I don't understand it, and I hope that you guys are just ignorant to it and you're not actually in support of it. But anyways, I want to get back to the part where I just minimized the behavior. We were told it was just illegal immigrants. We were told that they want to protect the women. This is the best way to protect the women. All the criminals are going to leave. You know, it's going to be safer for us. Just remember cases like Laken Riley. And it was just really kind of shoved down our throats, I guess, that they were protecting women. And I, like many other MAGAs, fell for it. I just wanted to make the country a better place for our citizens. I didn't think that they were going to start deporting literally anyone and everyone that looks different. I don't think it's right to racially profile, which is exactly what they're doing. And I don't agree with it at all. I don't support Guantanamo Bay. Sorry if I did say that wrong. I don't think that prisons should be built. I know I don't want my taxpayer money going towards that. I also just want to point out that Trump's administration said, like, this is for the greater good. And we're protecting families. And only, illegal criminals are being targeted. I still think MAGA doesn't know what's happening or that it goes against our Constitution at all. And I really hope this reaches you guys, because this is really such like a disheartening thing to see. But yeah, that's basically all I have for the racism. I know Trump has been racist towards other cultures. All I can say is I don't know enough to speak on those topics because I was ignorant and I am trying to learn and grow from that. All you can do is learn. So, thanks for listening.
This one hit different. It's easy to ignore the human cost of policies like mass deportation when it doesn't affect you directly, right? But when someone speaks out about the impact of this kind of treatment, it really brings things into perspectives. So there you have it, as Trump supporters are regretting their vote, some serious realizations, and a couple of satirical moments thrown in for a good measure, right? Let me know in the comments sections. Do you think this regret are legit, or is it too late to change anything, right? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you won't miss any video we upload. And yeah, share to anyone you might need to hear this. See you to the next time. Bye bye.